5-second strategy hack that made me over $45,000 in profit. And trust me, it's one of the easiest strategies I've ever used. No complicated setup, no guesswork, just a simple, fast execution method that delivers a real result. Whether you're a beginner or already trading, this could be a game changer for your strategy toolbox. Stick around, watch closely, and by the end of this video, you'll see exactly how it works. If you're ready to level up your trading game, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who need to say. Let's get into it. Today's trade is going to be purely market direction. There will not be indicators showing you on how this strategy works. All right, I'm using it on 5 seconds, and at the same time I'm using it on 10 seconds, and I'm definitely going to show you the two methods on how to make use of this strategy. The number one thing is that I'm using a 1 minute time frame and a regular candlestick. All right, so I'm going to start trading from 5 seconds, then switch to the second method, which is the 10-second strategy. All right, so this particular strategy only based on a market direction, the candlestick direction, how to spot the next candlestick, and how to place your trade on time for the short period of time, like 5 seconds and 10 seconds. Place the trade, we need two candlesticks. One is for confirmation and the other one is to enter our trade on. All right, the confirmation candlestick should be this one, for example. So we are making use of this particular candlestick as a confirmation candlestick. For the confirmation, make sure that you have a full body candlestick, just like what happened here, and then we are placing our trade on the next candlestick. All right, so when you have a full body candlestick and the next candlestick generated, that is when we are placing our trade. We are also making use of this time counter right here. I'm going to show you how to set this up after this explanation. So this time counter is very important because we are making use of it to place our trade. To place your 5 seconds trade, you need your timer to count from 60 seconds to 55 seconds. So which means that we need just 5 seconds counter before we place a trade. For 10 minutes trade, we need our time to count from 60 seconds to 50 seconds. So which means that we are making use of 10 seconds before we place our trade for 10 seconds trade. So, but before you place the trade, also make sure that the candlestick you are placing your trade on is giving you a strong direction. It can be uptrend direction or downtrend direction. So depend on the direction that you have, make sure that you're having a strong confirmation of the candlestick before you place the trade. I'm going to explain this in details when I enter a trade. To set up your time counter, click on your chart type right here and make sure that you enable this particular option right here, which is called enable timer. All right, so click that, enable it. So immediately you enable this, you should see the time counter counting here. All right, you can see my own is counting right here. So this is very important in this strategy because you'll be using the time counter to place our trade. All right, so guys, let's go into the market and placing some few trade. Okay guys, over here you see that we are having a very strong confirmation of this candlestick, but we still need to wait till the next candlestick to enter a trade. Okay, the next candlestick generated, and now we are in 58, 57, 56, 55. A good one there. I'm placing to trade on that real quick. All right, 5 seconds when the money on that. I hope you understand. So after you have a very strong confirmation of a candlestick and the next one generated, all you just have to do is to wait for like 5 seconds for the current candlestick before you enter a trade. But the most important thing is to always make sure that your confirmation candlestick is very strong, that generate the one you place your trade on. I hope you understand. A good one there. Keep analyzing. Okay guys, I'm checking this out. We have like 8 seconds for this candlesticks to expire. Okay, you can see this actually a very strong confirmation. Then the next one generated, then we count. We're now 58, 57, 56, 55. I placed a trade on that on the downward direction. With the money on that, always make sure that you're following the direction of the candlestick. If it is an uptrend direction, place your trade to go up, but make sure that before you place the trade, you're not placing the trade on a doji candlestick. All right, it's very important. A good one there. I want us to take one more trade on 5 seconds before I show you the trade for 10 seconds. All right, guys, we have like 6 seconds for this candlestick to expire. This is actually a good confirmation. The next one generated, then we count. Now 57, 56, 55. I'm going to place a trade on that real quick. Placing the trade based on the direction of the candlestick. So if the candlestick is going up, we place the trade to go up. If it's coming down, we place the trade to come down. But the most important thing is to make sure that you have a perfect confirmation of your previous candlestick before you place the trade. I hope you understand. So right now, let's go to 10 seconds trade. Let me increase this to 10 seconds. All right. I'm on a 10 seconds trade. It's the same confirmation. All right. But the only thing is to add extra 5 seconds to the current candlestick before we place the trade. So it means that we are trading after 10 seconds of the candlesticks. All right. So let's analyze. All right, guys, I'm checking this out. We have like 4 seconds for this candlestick to expire. Okay, we get another one generated. Then we count 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 51. I'm going for an up trade. All right. Like I said, always make sure that you have a profit confirmation before you enter a trade. A good one, win the money on that, and also make sure that the candlestick that you're placing your trade is on a right direction. If the candlestick is going on uptrend, we're going for a buy trade. If it's coming to a downtrend, we're going for a sell trade. But the most important thing is the previous candlestick to give us a very strong confirmation before we decide to enter a trade on the next candlestick. I hope you understand. All right, so let's analyze more. Okay, guys. This expires, then we count 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. To trade on this. This is actually a profit condition. All right. Always make sure that you're doing this within the time range. A good one. And the money on that for the last seconds. It's very important for you to always check on your confirmation candlestick. I'm talking about this one right here because that is what's going to give you either a strong next candlestick or not. All right. Always make sure that you're having a very strong candlestick on your confirmation candlestick before you decide to enter a trade on the next one. It's a good one. Keep analyzing. Okay, guys, I'm checking this out. We have like 11 seconds for this candlestick to expire. As you can see, this is actually a very strong one. All right. Okay, we have another new one generated now. So we count, 57, 56, 55, 53, 52, 51. Okay, a down trade. I'm going to enter that. This is not really strong. I actually made a mistake on this. Always make sure that the candlestick you're placing your trade on is actually strong. This wasn't really strong when I entered the trade, but at the end of the day, I end up in the money. That's the reason why you always need to have a confirmation, a strong confirmation with your previous candlestick, the one we are using for confirmation. Make sure that it is always very strong before you enter a trade on the next one. I hope you understand. A good one there. Let me take my last trade. All right, guys, I'm checking this out. We have less than 8 seconds for this to expire. All right. The next one generated. Then we count. We have 58, 57, 56, 54, 53, 52, 51. I'm putting to trade on that. It's a very stable candlestick. All right. We have less than 4 seconds. A good one. And the money on that. So guys, this is where I'm going to stop on today's trade. I just want to show you again how to trade a very quick trade. I've made video on this before, but I only make the video on 5 seconds. So I actually find it more easier for beginners to start with. So that's the reason why I have to add it on this video. But another thing is to make sure that if you're not too confident in trading, do not use this strategy because it's very easy for you to make money, and at the same time it's very easy to lose money, especially if you're trading on a very bad market. So that's the reason why we have a software right there that will give you a specific currency pairs to trade based on your location and the stability. Always make sure that you're analyzing the market with the software and have the best currency pairs to trade before you use this strategy. Is very important that you have that in mind. All right, I do not really recommend this on your live account. You can pretty much practice this very well on your demo account and make sure that you understand everything before you use it on your live account. And this is one of my best strategies